Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This week I'm doing a bit of an upgrade to the headlights on the Range Rover. I've got these ones, part number S803, 7-inch round halogen light. This particular car, when it was new, came with sealed beams, and they were right-hand drive. Of course, when I imported it here into Spain, I had to change it to left-hand drive headlights. Couldn't get any at the time, didn't know where to get them from for a decent price. And I managed to scrounge a couple of headlights that are on there now, which are out of a Pegaso bus. Now his yearly inspection is coming up next week, and these headlights, being out of 1950s bus, have rotted at the bottom, like I showed you last time. So this time I'm hoping to change them for these new lights, these new ones. These I bought on Fleabay, and they're left-hand drive ones, and they were pretty cheap, and they come complete with bulbs. They come complete with bulbs and the rubber grommet for the back. So should be quite a nice thing. H4s, because at the moment these lights that are in there at the moment are absolutely terrible. Can't see your hand in front of your face at night, because they're all dull and they only use the old type bulbs. So what we're going to do, I'm going to whip off the grille and the framework off the bull bar and see if I can get these old ones out. Right, the first thing that's got to be done is I've got two knurled knobs here. I'll take these, they're like bolts with a knurled knob on them, so take them out, and then I can drop the guards out of the way. Here's one. They are slotted, but I've never had a lot of luck taking them right out, and taking them out without taking the bolts right out. So I shall do that. Let's just do the one side. And then bring you back when it's done. That's a tight fit. It's got it. And then that should come out again, like that. And there's the guard. Next thing is to take off the grille itself. And what the grille's got on it, little tabs, and these metal tabs bend over, you see, and there's 4 of them along the top. So I'll just do those. There's another one here, and another one here. And all I'm doing is putting the screwdriver underneath, bending the tab up slightly, so it slides out like that. Now there's very little room in here, so I don't know if it's going to come out. I hope it will. Yeah, a bit on the tight side. Well, that's the grille out of its hole. I can get up the lights. You can really see inside here it's rotten. I'll whip them out and see how we go. And there's one right at the bottom somewhere, which I'm not going to get with this, I don't think. Slacken it just enough to get it out. Just pop the light out like that. And pull the plug. Cool. Tight one. That's got it. And of course it's got the old style bulbs in it. So it's off a totally different vehicle. Well, I've got my new H4 headlight. Just plug that in. Like that. Let's see if I can get this in here without having to take this off. Like this. It's a bit loose. A bit loosey-goosey. Maybe I will have to take that off. Let's have a look, see if I've got any more of these rings, a tighter ring. Go and have a look. I hope I have. Right, I've done the first one. I had a bit of a problem with that. And even though these are the original rings that come with this, they're too slack on these new lights, so I had to modify the other one slightly by bending this lip in. And I thought what I'd do is plug this one in and I'll show you what it's about. If this side is the same, I don't know. That goes on there quite nicely. And then that, when it's tight, it's moving about, if you can see that. And this is the problem I had the other side. And where I fixed that was to take a small pair of pliers like this and bend the inner ring all the way around inwards like that, so it would clamp on the glass. I mean, it's easily reversible, but I'm just going to do that all the way around this one, and I'll bring you back for the test. Well, that's it all the way around. I bent it all the way around, crimped it down, and now when it goes on there, it doesn't move about anymore. So I'll just do up the screws. If I can find them. There's one. One in here. Like that. And one in the bottom. Nice and tight, not moving. Hello, doggy. Come on, Basil. And that's tested, and it all appears to be working. I did line them up on my toolbox in front here before dismantling them. And they're about in the same place, so it should do. All that remains is to put the covers back on and the grille back in. And I do have another grille. Got this one here, came off another vehicle. It's not too, it's got a couple of little cracks here on the inside, but I have a plan for this. And the plan is I got two smaller headlights which were too small for these holders, and they sent me them in by mistake, or I ordered them by mistake because I thought they were the full 7 inches. Turned out they were 5.5 or something. What I was thinking of doing was cutting this grille to accommodate the other headlights here. So I've got a twin headlight setup, and then 3D print a bracket so I can bolt them in and glue it all in so it looks like it's supposed to be there. And of course the grille can be changed at any time, and all I have to do is add a relay to operate the central lights on main beam. So I think I'll probably do that as a project at a later date. I'll put this to one side and try and get this grille back in. It was a bit tight coming out. Hopefully it goes in a bit easier than it came out. Oh yeah. All I have to do now is line up the hooks inside. That's one, that's the other one. Slide it over the top, like that. And then a very high-tech clamp with a hammer. And push these in, clamp it with a hammer. Beautiful. Jobbed. And now all that's remaining is the grills. As you can see, this car is pretty shabby on the outside. Its paintwork has seen better days, but there's no rust on it anywhere. Not one iota. All the panels, under the wheel arches, everything is as it came from the factory, and it's never been patched. Put these screws back in, and that should finish the job. What this car needs is a real good coat of paint, and it'll be good for another 30 years. Right, and that's it. All tried and tested, ready for the test next Wednesday. Well, that's one hell of an upgrade. Lights are much brighter, They're much more pleasurable to drive at night. Both of them were absolutely rotten, as I showed you. I don't know if you can see inside that. I think the light's a bit bright. Let me turn the light down a bit. If maybe you can see in the bottom of that is absolutely black, and it's not very reflective at all. And of course it's got the old bulbs. I hope you've enjoyed this and given you some idea on what it takes to change the headlights on a classic Range Rover. A little bit of a bodge up there, but I can't wait for more headlights, so they have to go in. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you have liked it, please like and subscribe. It costs nothing to subscribe, and it helps my channel grow. Thank you ever so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.